Good morning, my beauties. So, as I'm sure you're all aware by now, Epcot's Flower and Garden Festival is my favorite of the Epcot festivals, and while this year is seemingly no different, it still begs the question, are we basically in the same boat that we've been in since 2021, 2022? Well, that's what we're gonna find out. I mean, take for instance the topiary that you just saw. That's new. In fact, it actually lights up at night, which would be really cool. We're not gonna be staying that long, and unfortunately, I don't really have the biggest appetite, so we're only gonna try maybe one, maybe two food/drink items. We'll save the gorging of the food for later when Allie comes with us. And because it is opening day of the festival, it is packed. And it also just so happens to fall on the start of spring break. So yeah, double whammy there. I will say though, even though it is quite cloudy, the weather is gorgeous. Albeit, slightly windy. But that's okay, because even if it rains, I did bring my umbrella. Now, naturally, in true Aiden Schultz fashion, we got to start in World Celebration. And if we go all the way down here, yep, I see a certain dragon just, sitting there, nothing too conspicuous. And while sure, yes, it's a pretty topiary. I mean, I love Figment, but come on now. Come on now. Like, I know I already made this joke last year, but we gotta continue it. Like, within the next 10 years or so, this joke will have made its way into the Disney archives. So all I can really say is just enjoy this topiary while you can. Now, this is a new site, a line to get in the creation shop for the merch. Like, this is a brand new thing. They've actually never done anything like this before. I honestly thought this was for a new AP magnet, but even then they didn't announce that. So we'll come back to this a little later. It's like, unless you're trying to tell me that the merch is this good that they need to have a huge line all the way out the door for it. And even then, last year was the first year that I openly said Disney had amazing flower and garden merch. But if we come down towards World Discovery, we're gonna find a few topiaries. We got the little triplets. See if y'all can remember who's who. Although guilty as charged, it took me to like 2016, 2017, whenever the DuckTales reboot came out, that I officially learned who was who. And then over here, we got the community garden with Uncle Donald himself. See, I can make a really bad joke right now given what Donald is holding, but I'm not going to today. If we come down here, we will find the Groot topiary. And I'm actually not 100% sure if I showed y'all this last year, but this is probably the coolest topiary that we have here. Because believe it or not, he actually plays music. I'm not sure what the intervals are because they changed them up last year, and they probably did the same this year. If we come down towards Mission Space, we will find Buzz Lightyear himself, taking care of all the strollers. But this is also one of those topiaries that has been in the same spot for years. But the one thing that I told y'all we were gonna check out was the wait time for Guardians. And I could already tell you right now, without even looking at the wait time, it's at least 2 hours. Oh wow, I lied. It's actually posting 75. Which is interesting though, because every switchback is full. So unless you're telling me there's absolutely no one in the lightning lane, yeah, this is not 75 minutes, people. Of course, coming back over to Creations, yeah, the line is still here. Like, this is absolutely astounding to me. Like, I'm not necessarily against it because, of course, everyone's gonna go feral over any sort of flower and garden / orange bird merch. But still, like, I've never seen anything like this before. So honestly, I'd say give this maybe a day or two and there will be no line whatsoever. It's funny though, because I actually don't think I have any flower and garden merch, so we'll definitely have to consider. Now, if we come over to Communicore Hall, we have something that I've already seen quite a few posts about. There's a whole exhibit going on in here. And we also have our first stand, the Farmer's Feast. Grilled peaches and burrata, seared pork tenderloin. Ooh, warm corn cookie. Interesting, so basically cornbread in the form of a cookie. Yep. Oh, there's actually 2 parts to the menu. So May 4th through June 2nd, there will be a second menu. Heirloom tomatoes and fresh mozzarella, grilled beef strip loin, peach cobbler. Ooh, that peach cobbler and that beef. Oh, those look so good. You know what, at this point, I say we just go inside and check it out. Ooh, that AC hits good. Oh, wow. It is very colorful in here, though. It's also very quiet, too, which I like. This is absolutely adorable. I just love how colorful it is. Oh my god, those blue flowers are gorgeous. But still, little Spike the bee. I mean, he's not so little right there, but still, he's so adorable. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this might be my favorite topiary so far, just because of how colorful it is. If we come over here, we have little figurines of certain topiaries. So we got Phineas and Ferb, they're back. I'll show you guys that one shortly. We got, of course, Figment, although he is not over at Imagination anymore. He is over in World Celebration. And of course, Elsa and Anna and Bo Peep. This might be a hot take, but they're actually using Communicore Hall for something, fun. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, it's super chill in there now, which I absolutely love, but it's still a fun vibe. And then right down here, of course, we have the classic Lion King topiary. This one is also adorable. And this is another topiary that they've had for years. And then right up here, we were just talking about her, we got Bo Peep. and Woody. Okay, I will be honest though, the grass that they used for the sheep, it's not it. You know what, here's a good joke. Forget the golden girls, we got the golden sheep over here. I also love the building blocks, and they have some of the characters on the sides. We got Woody over there, Buzz over there, and an octopus. Actually, now that I think about it, did the octopus have a name in Toy Story 3? I don't remember. However, if there's one place that we have to check out now, it is the butterfly garden, because with all due respect, Allie will not come in here.
I'm gonna get run over.
Oh boy.
Here, hold me in your hand.
There's a lot going on in here. And you can see all the little butterflies. Hopefully. I've shown these plenty of times before, but I love all the little cocoons. Like, can you see all of them flying around the netting? But it's not even the butterflies I love looking at, it's also all the beautiful plants. So yeah, that's pretty much the butterfly garden, although I've shown it for quite a few years now, so there's nothing really new to it. Okay, now this is new, the Inside Out 2 Emotion Garden. Okay, this is actually really cute. It's all the little emotion balls. Like right here, we got the sad plants. Oh, but they look so pretty. We have disgust, we have anger, we have fear, and then we have joy right over there. Then we have this. Okay, I'll be honest, this reminds me of that one Trix yogurt commercial, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this is honestly really, really cute. I love this. And of course we have the topiary that everyone has been raving over, myself included. The Phineas and Ferb one. They haven't brought this one back in quite a while, actually, but this one is really, really cool. Although I will say, Ferb looks a little derpy-eyed, if you will. But also, if anyone remembers the jokes of forward-facing Phineas, yeah, he is very much real over here. And check this out, if we come over towards the side stands, over by the entrance of World Showcase, yeah, this is the merch that is causing a huge line at Creations. It's literally, okay, so this season is literally themed to Orangeburg. Like, the main Spirit jersey is literally Orangeburg. I will say though, this right here is adorable. And then coming over here, we have the Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Chip and Dale topiary. Chip and Dale are literally right up there. But this one is also cute. But look what they did for this year. Mickey and Pluto are flying a kite. I love that. I will be completely honest though, I don't even remember the last time I actually flew a kite. While I do have very fond memories of flying kites way back in the day, yeah, it's been at least like maybe 20 years or so. Coming down here, we have the Blossoms of Fragrance. So we have a few different butterflies, all producing different smells. So right up here, glorious grapefruit. I will be honest though, I do not like grapefruit. It tastes like, what would you say, Benadryl? Let's see, right here, we have honeysuckle dew. This one actually smells really good. But I will say though, it is day one and I'm not expecting these scents to last very long. And I will plug my PhotoPass friends for a minute and say, if you want a picture in front of the Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Chip and Dale topiary, come right over here. But now we gotta head to World Showcase because we got 6 more minutes until the stand's open. But like I said, we're not gonna engorge today. We're gonna save that for when Allie comes along. And just like last year, we have the Encanto topiary to start off with in Showcase. I absolutely love this one too. It's just all the details on their clothes. I mean, look at how pretty and colorful Isabella's dress is. Now, of course, we got the classic Pineapple Promenade. You know what that means. It means the Violet Lemonade is still here, and depending on whether or not I find something that could possibly top this, we'll probably get it later. Because I'm not gonna be getting a bunch of stuff today, I really wanna scope out the scene to see what all they have first. And not only that, but these stands are already filling up, given that they're just starting to open. Like, for instance, over here, we have the same exact stuff. Even though all of them are really good, it's still the same stuff. And then as we start to make our way inside the windy UK pavilion, we of course got the classic Peter Pan topiaries. And look, we got TikTok the Croc right over here. And I can't say TikTok without thinking of TikTok anymore. We also have our Winnie the Pooh and Friends topiaries. I just love how adorable Piglet is. Like, he's just so tiny. We also got Rabbit with his carrots and Pooh with his red balloon. And here's another plug. If you want to meet Winnie the Pooh, you can find him all the way down there in the back of the pavilion. I will say this, even though it is starting to get very windy, and I honestly hope you guys can hear some of it, World Showcase, at least at the moment, isn't as busy as I thought it would be. And of course over here, we got the classic France stand. Ooh, these look amazing, albeit, yeah, a little expensive, but my goodness. Like, we got both savory and sweet. I love that. Although we also have some topiaries that most people aren't really gonna notice. For instance, we got Lumiere and Cogsworth, and we also have Belle and Beast. Coming down here, we have La Isla Fresca. We have Jamaican jerk chicken, seafood ceviche, coconut chocolate flan. Okay. I absolutely love flan. I don't have it very often, but Yeah, let's see if we can find a picture. Okay, let's be real. All three of these look absolutely amazing. But yeah, that right there, that, I don't know. Like I said, I know I wanted to scope out the area, but if you know me personally, you know I absolutely love flan. Like, it is one of my favorite desserts of all time, so. Oh, look at this. We got Kermit and Miss Piggy to distract us from the flan for a little bit. Then coming down over here, we have the festival market. Well, one of the plenty of festival markets, but we have a whole bunch of dolls in there. And while they are adorable, let's be real, these are also the kinds of dolls that, you know, come alive in your nightmares. We also have some assorted topiaries. Okay, this one, oh wait, no. This one right here is my favorite. But also, how much are they? They each say $50 to $60. So, I mean, with the amount of craftsmanship it takes to make something like this, honestly, I would justify it. Coming into Japan, we have the dragon. We have the dragon right here. However, they moved him. So, you know, that's still seemingly the theme over the past 2 years is just moving topiaries around. Because, I mean, for a while now, the dragon would be right over here by the totem, but I can kind of understand why they would move it because, I mean, come on now. Like, this is a very, very good viewing area for Luminous. But now, of course, there is the fruit sheet, but we're not going to get it today. We're going to get that next time because I know I'm going to down that in like 5 seconds. Now, here's something that I haven't covered in a while, the Garden Rocks concert series, which, I'll be honest, I don't really care for that much. And I think you can see it looks like the band we have today, Evolution Motown. Never heard of them. I mean, do I still kind of hold a grudge against Disney for not inviting Daughtry back last year? I mean, yeah, but I can kind of understand why because Daughtry is still a rising band. Coming over here to the Magnolia Terrace, we got Muffaletta. Never heard of that. Spicy chicken gumbo, grilled Gulf oysters, bananas Foster bread pudding. Excuse me? I love bananas Foster and I love bread pudding. You know what? We're gonna get it. And then right up here, we have the beautiful Tiana Topiary. I absolutely love this one. And even, you know, over 15 years later, Tiana does not get the recognition she so rightfully deserves. All right, so what I have here is the bananas Foster bread pudding. Obviously, I told you guys that's what I was gonna get. This thing looks absolutely insane. It's drizzled in a rum caramel sauce. I think that's what it said. They literally slathered this sauce on here. So, you know what? Let's just dig into it. Please don't be disappointing. Because I love bread pudding. I love bananas Foster. Really two of my favorite desserts in one. Oh my God. I'm not one to oversell reactions, but my God. Okay, so I can tell you right off the bat, this was the choice to make. The bread pudding itself, fantastic. The sauce, oh. You know what, I can give you guys a rating right now. Infinity out of 10. Look at this. You see how insane this is? Like, oh my God. Hands down, my favorite flower and garden dessert ever, which is surprising because that normally never happens. And this is absolutely immaculate. Like, just look at it for a minute. Like, I know the bananas look like carrots. I promise you they're not. Like, if we move the sauce, yeah, you can see the yellow of the banana. So, Allie, if you're watching, trust me, they're not carrots. But just look at that perfection. I'm not one to, you know, go all out and about with festival food, but this was amazing. I also don't think, like, I've filmed this many clips over a festival dish before. This thing is a hot mess, but it is a delicious hot mess. Infinity out of 10. Now, if anyone wants to talk about anything in the realm of, you know, not flower and garden, the Italy Tower is under construction. Not like that really means anything. Now, of course, being Italian myself, we gotta check out the Primavera Kitchen. Let's see, what do we got? Got a chocolate dirt cannoli. I believe last year it was the chocolate peanut butter cannoli. So that sounds interesting, but I'm half expecting it to be like, you know, tiny cannoli. And like, don't get me wrong, the chocolate peanut butter cannoli that I had last year, fantastic, loved it. But again, it was literally this big, maybe the size of my thumb. And all I'm gonna say to that is that you can get a much bigger cannoli, a much tastier cannoli for the same price. But here's a topiary that no one ever really covers, the gnomes. In the Germany pavilion is the little boopity snoots for me. They're so adorable. And right over here by the Friendship boat dock, we have Snow White and the One Dwarf. Actually, I'm just kidding. The rest of them are all the way over here. And then, of course, we have the Germany stand with the same stuff as last year, potato pancakes. And while the potato pancakes themselves are good, the toppings that they use for them, yeah, they're not very good. I had the applesauce one in 2022. It wasn't very good. I also had the warm cheese strudel. That also was kind of just meh. Like, sure, in the pictures they look kind of good, but yeah, they're not really the best. Now, coming over to the refreshment outpost, in the African outpost, we have a rather small stand, but they usually have some pretty good food. Got a Jamaican beef patty featuring Impossible beef. Now, I always look back to the Impossible burger that I had in, I believe, 2020, something like that. Then the seasonal fruit parfait with sweet chili sauce and Dole Whip mango. Ooh. But if we make our way over to a very quiet China pavilion, you're gonna find the cutest little pandas I've ever seen. Like, oh my God. And if you know me personally, you know I love pandas. Like, one of my dreams is to just hold and cradle a panda. And then of course we have the classic Anna and Elsa topiaries. These ones are also, you know, I don't want to say not very popular, but they're just kind of overshadowed by everything else. But they are definitely pretty though. I just love the giant snowflake that's right here. Now, I'm either missing something or there's just no Three Caballeros this year. And it's just Coco stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Miguel. I think he is completely underrated in the Disney universe, but even then. Now, if there's one place we can't miss, it's the citrus blossom. We got a whole bunch of citrus stuff. We got orange sesame tempura shrimp, that sounds good. Citrus baked brie, ooh, Allie would love that. Lumpia, lemon tart, orange lemon smoothie, ooh. Served in a souvenir orange bird sipper, but can you get it without the sipper? Because if so, we might have to try it. All right, in we go. Oh boy, and I can already tell, oh yeah, it is busy in here. I mean, if we come back outside, you can look at some of the pictures. Yeah, that citrus baked brie looks fantastic. The lemon tart also looks fantastic. But I don't think you can get the smoothie in a regular cup because I'm not seeing any other price for it. Which is kind of sad because now I have to find another drink to get. Because while I love the violet lemonade, I've loved it for years now. Yeah, I kind of want to try something new. Here's an area that I went to last year and actually really liked it. The Honey Bistro Garden. Yeah, last year they had a lot of good food over here, but I'm curious as to what they had this time around. Okay, so last year I got the chicken and waffles. Those are really good. Honey jalapeno bacon cornbread. Is that the same kind they had last year? I honestly don't remember, but I'm looking at this. Honey peach cobbler freeze. Yeah, let's get it. I will say too, I was also looking for a drink that was in, you know, decent price range. So I was just given a little impromptu magical moment. We got 2 honey peach cobbler freezes. They're already melting, so of course I had to take a few swigs of it, and it is actually really good. Although it's not really a freeze, it's kind of like the blue and green milk if it was more of an ice cream based. Like, it's good, it's very refreshing. But I wouldn't consider this to be a freeze, I would consider this to be more ice cream, and there's also a honeybee right by the camera. That's actually kind of cute. It's not life-changing, it's good. Like, it basically falls on the same grounds as the blue and green milk from Galaxy's Edge. But I think I'm gonna give this maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It's not the tastiest, it's not super sweet, but it's definitely very refreshing. And of course, I got 2, you know, magical moment. And trust me when I say I did not order 2. Okay, so final verdict on the freeze. It's good, but it is very, very filling. So it is basically ice cream. So yeah, only get 1. Like I said, I was handed 2 by accident, but I just took them because I'm like, yeah, they were gonna toss it anyways. But if we come over here to the Yacht Grub, we got trio of dips and chips. Ooh, meat assorti. Okay, so that right there, see, it's literally a whole charcuterie board, but that looks really good actually. This is also a very busy stand, so I can tell it's definitely gonna be popular. We come over here, we got the beach grub. And this one literally speaks for itself. We got seafood bake, grilled street corn on the cob, s'mores bar. Okay, that s'mores bar looks interesting, but I can guarantee you that thing is like tiny. That's seafood bake though. Wow, that looks really good. It's also $8.50, so yeah, more on the expensive side. But then you remember it's seafood, and all Disney seafood is expensive. It's also the part where we walk through and look at all the pretty flowers. See, if I could find a set of flowers like these for Allie, oh my God, I would be the happiest camper. I'm also gonna go back on that freeze for a second and say, thank God that was the last thing I was getting, because I don't think I could stomach anything else. Like, that's how filling that thing was. Now, as we start to make our way out of Epcot, we are again going to Past Creations, where there is still a massive line. Like, just it's for merch, guys. It's for merch. Like, come maybe 2-3 days later and there won't be a line at all. And I think I said it earlier, but it's because this time around it's exclusively Orange Bird. Like, Orange Bird is the theme for this year's Flower Garden, so I can understand why everyone's raving over the merch. But again, just give it a couple days and there'll be no line at all. And quite frankly, even if we were to wait in line for it, we probably wouldn't be able to see all the merch because there would be empty shelves all around. Well, my beauties, I think that just about covers it for day one of Flower and Garden. I will be honest, it's literally the same stuff every year. I mean, I told you guys earlier, they basically just move the topiaries around and go from there. But at least in terms of food with what we had, it was really good. That bread pudding, oh my God. Mwah, absolutely, absolutely loved it. I would get that every single time if I could, which honestly, on certain days that I work, I probably will. But that freeze, yeah, it's just like my stomach literally feels like it's about to explode. That's how filling it is. But don't you worry, I promise we will come back. Allie will be with us. We will gorge on some good-ish food, if you will. At least I hope this season's food is good. Again, it's still mostly the same stuff, but we'll see. Now, as always, we do this every single week, so make sure you like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all next time.